Hello, welcome to the Edible Schoolyard, Kern County. My name is Mary, and today we're going to be talking about nutrition and eating the rainbow. The word nutrition means to acquire the foods necessary for health and growth. The different colors of the rainbow affect our body in different ways, and we're going to learn a little bit about that today. So we are going to be using a red bell pepper today, and red is good for our heart. We're also going to be using an orange carrot, and orange is good for our eyes. We're going to be adding in a yellow squash, and the yellow squash is good for our immune system. And the word immune means to be protected, so our immune system protects our body. For the color green, we are going to be using rainbow chard, the leaves of the rainbow chard and the stems, and that is really good for our bones. For purple and blue, which is really good for our brains, we're going to be using purple cabbage today. Now we've also included brown, white, and tan, and brown, white, and tan today is going to be represented by some garlic and some ginger. Today we're going to make Eat the Rainbow Stir Fry, but before we get started, let's make sure we have our ingredients and the tools that we need. We're going to start with a wok. If you don't have a wok, you can use a large sauté pan. I have a wooden spoon, a microplaner, a chef knife, and we'll go over the ingredients right now. We're going to use 1 red bell pepper, 1 orange carrot, 1 yellow squash. You can use 4 to 6 stems of rainbow chard, a 1/4 head of purple cabbage, and we're going to be using some ginger, and we're going to need 1 tablespoon or 1 inch of ginger, and we're going to use 4 cloves of garlic. For the sauce, we're going to need 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar, and 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to start with the ginger first. I'm going to move the garlic over to the side. We're going to take our chef knife and we're going to cut our ginger. And then we're going to need about 1 tablespoon of ginger. So it's best to cut off about 1 inch of ginger, just like so. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that we can mince this ginger. First of all, when you mince, you want to take off the skin of the ginger. So you can use a spoon and scrape off the skin like so. Go all the way around the ginger. And then you can move that aside, and you can use your knife to cut off pieces, slices of ginger. So you have about 1 inch. Then we're going to continue slicing and keeping our other hand as a claw so we don't cut our fingers. And then we're going to use our cross chop. And that's when you hold your knife, or you can put your hand on top, and you just go back and forth until the ginger is minced as small as you can get it. I always say smaller is better and releases more flavor. So you can move your ginger to the side, and I'll show you one other way you can mince your ginger. You can take a piece of ginger like this without taking the skin off and use a zester or a microplaner. All you have to do is just take an end of the ginger and run it back and forth on your microplane until you see ginger on the bottom. Now I'm going to show you how to mince garlic and use a microplane. So first of all, you want to take your chef knife and see the end of the garlic. You can cut that off right with your chef knife and put that on the side. Then you're going to take the flat side of your knife and the palm open and smash it. That will help you take the skin off the garlic. Then you take your chef knife and your claw, and you're going to slice your garlic. Then you're going to use the same technique you did with the ginger, and you're going to cross chop back and forth until you get it nice and small. Smaller is better, releases more flavor. So you just go back and forth until the garlic is nice and small. And now I'm going to show you how to use a microplane and a piece of garlic. So you can take a piece of garlic with the skin on and use your microplane just like you did with ginger and run it back and forth with the skin on, back and forth until it disappears. And underneath, just like the ginger, is your garlic. And you can just... Next, I'm going to show you how to de-seed a bell pepper. So the easy way to do it is to turn your bell pepper upside down, take your chef knife, and just cut around the edges. Ooh. And here's your seeds, and here's your slices of bell pepper. So from there, you can go and cut this into slices, about 1/4 inch, and remember to use your claw so you don't get cut with your knife. Continue until the whole bell pepper is cut into slices, and we're going to cut those into halves, just like that, so you have smaller pieces. Now I'm going to show you how to peel and slice a carrot on an angle. So first of all, we're going to peel our carrot. Best thing to do is hold a ponytail if you have it, or you can use the end of the carrot and hold on tight to that. Take your peeler, and you want to go all the way around your carrot with your peeler to make it all nice and clean and get all the dirty skin off. Now you're going to take your chef knife and you're going to cut off the tip and the ponytail, the top of it. Then we're going to slice it in half. And remember, one of the best things to do is cut round things in half, so I'm going to take the carrot and make a bridge cut. From there, we're going to put our flat side down, so we don't want it rolling around. And how to do and cut on an angle is you want to keep your knife at a 90-degree angle, and then you want to pop your elbow out. You can see the change in the knife as I pop my elbow out. With your claw, you want to keep the knife at an angle and just start slicing. We're going to do about 1/4 inch thick slices throughout the carrot. Use your claw, keep your elbow out, go slow, and just keep slicing till the very end and becomes sliced at an angle. On to the yellow squash. We are going to cut the ends off the squash first with our chef knife. Then we're going to cut this in half, so you have the thick side and the thinner side. We're going to work on this thick side first. So again, we're going to put a flat side down because we don't want it rolling around. We're going to put flat side down, and we're going to cut them into about 1/4 inch thick, what we call planks, using your claw and your saw. You're going to take a few of your planks and you cut them into slices. We are going to be turning this squash into a dice. So now you have your slices. You're going to turn it sideways. Then you're going to take your squash, claw, and saw and cut into dice. Next is our rainbow chard. I'm going to show you how we're going to use the stem and the leaves. So first of all, we're going to start off with the stem. So we're going to cut the stem off right below the leaves, and we're just going to work on the stem right now. So cut off the end, and then I'm going to show you how to slice the stem of the rainbow chard. So the best way is, we don't want it to rock, so turn it over onto its flat side. You're going to take your knife, hold it firmly, claw, and you're just going to do slices. You can do slices like this if you're comfortable, or you can just take the tip of your knife and run it through about 1/4 inch thick. So whichever way is comfortable for you. Next, you're going to take the leaf, and we are going to chiffonade. So the best way to do that is to fold the leaf in half, and then you want to roll it up. Let's go this way. You want to roll that like that. Then you're going to take your knife and your claw, and you're going to continue slicing, which is also a chiffonade. And chiffonade means to cut into ribbons. And when you're completed doing your chiffonade, you should have beautiful ribbons. Our last vegetable we're going to cut is the purple cabbage. So first of all, we're going to core it. We're going to take our knife, and at an angle, you are going to take out the middle section of the purple cabbage just like that. It removes the core. So you can put that to the side. Now, we're going to cut it into half, and then I'm going to show you how to thinly slice. So again, the half side down, flat. Take your knife and just take your knife through it really slowly and thinly slice it. Let's review. We sliced red bell pepper, which is good for our heart. We angle cut an orange carrot, which is good for our eyes. We diced a yellow squash, which is good for our immune system. We chiffonade and sliced a rainbow chard, which is good for our bones. We sliced a purple cabbage, which is good for our brains. And we minced ginger and garlic, which is good for our immune system and our heart. So now let's get cooking. Now let's plate our Eat the Rainbow stir fry. We suggest serving it over brown rice. So take your brown rice and put it on the plate, spread it out, and then you're going to take a scoop of your Eat the Rainbow stir fry. Make sure you get every color of the rainbow on your plate and put it on top. Then if you have some sesame seeds at home, you can take a few and garnish the top of it and make it look absolutely beautiful. A fun activity that you can do at home is to start a food journal. Keep track of all the colors of the rainbow that you eat. Write them down, and your goal is to eat every color of the rainbow every single day. So thanks again for joining me here at the Edible Schoolyard, Kern County.